So I have an opinion on Blitz.gg, right? Blitz.gg is an add-on for League of Legends and Teamfight Tactics alike, where it's intended to be a helpful add-on to like give you more information about like certain builds and stuff. It's kind of like MOBA Fire. That's how I compare it, but for Teamfight Tactics. Basically, what it does is it'll down here. This is helpful. It tells you the percentage for rolls at specific levels. So I'm level 5 or I'm level 3 right now. This is my percentage chance to get an uncommon. It gives me 70%. For a common, it gives me 25%, and then for a rare, it gives me 5%. You know, that's like good information. That's cool. This up here, I like this. This is cool. Oh, you can't even see it. You can't even see it. Up here, this guy, it tells me what items combine into what items. That's useful information. That's just like a helpful tool that should be in the game, which is cool. Like I love things like that, where it's just like, okay, that should be in the game already, but it's nice that there's an add-on for it. The thing that it does do, however, that I'm not a fan, and I'll tell you the reason that I'm not a fan in a minute, is... Sorry, I'm replacing units right now. What am I throwing in? We'll do that. Oh, do we do that? Let's do that. Do we? Yeah, whatever. Okay. The thing that it does do that really bothers me is it gives you unit builds up here, right? And these are unit builds that are they're reviewed and like proven to do like all right. Like this would be like an okay comp for like summoners. It's like go Malzahar, get the Azir, get the York, like obviously like the summoner build, and then it tells you what items to put on those guys as well. Now I think that this can be helpful for like newer players. However, I think there's an issue with newer players even using it, right? For anybody who's looking to get good at a game, I always recommend that they don't use sites like MOBA Fire. Like maybe it's all right like when you're starting out, like look up MOBA Fire builds and stuff. Sorry, what do I want to do? This scene. Like, yeah, if you're going to play League of Legends and you don't know what to build on a character, it can be helpful. It can be beneficial for you to use MOBA Fire builds. You look up the build, it tells you what to build, and you just go from there. So you don't have to spend a lot of mental capacity worrying about the smaller parts of the game, where it's like, okay, learn how to play your character first, learn how to do builds later. I understand that. However, I think when people get into the habit of using things like this, and especially in TFT, where it's a game that you can mindlessly play for like hours, I think that it creates a problem where it's just like, okay, yeah, I use Blitz.gg and this is the build that I run pretty much every time, and it's such a reactive game where it's just like, oh yeah, well I always go for the summoners build, and it tells me exactly what characters to buy, so I just look for those characters, and it's like you shouldn't be playing the game like that. So I think that I just think it encourages bad behavior. And I think that it's gonna get a lot of players like caught in the habit of just doing these builds and just trying to stay to the same meta build when it's just like you should be playing reactively. So I don't know. That's kind of the problem I have for it. It's like, yeah, if you're a new player, try it out. Maybe you'll like it. But I just think like if you're going to play the game based off of this, not only does it take away the fun of the game, where it's like the fun of the game is making your own decisions and like having your decisions that you made result in like a good team comp, and then it's like, oh man, I won with that team comp that I put together myself. I love it like halfway through a game where you imagine something and you're like, what if I have a Skarner for this like Predators build, and like it would be weird, but what if I got like an Ashe and I added in the Ashe, and then my Skarner, like he has like a Bloodthirster already, and it's like he would be unkillable because he has the crystal buff, and like that was a thought that I had earlier, and then I threw a Phantom Dancer on him because other people had assassin comps, and it's like it doesn't tell you to do those things in here. And if I had been following a build, I probably wouldn't have done that. Like, that's probably not a decision that I would have made. So it's just, I don't know. That's my thought on it. Use Blitz.gg if you want. Don't use it if you don't want to. I just want people to realize that using it and getting, like, stuck on something like this, it's almost as if somebody else is playing the game for you. That's my problem with it. So I was talking about basically like self-learning and like being able to not use an app like Blitz.gg, which is like a good app. Like it functions okay. It would be nice if you could actually hide the overlay a lot easier. But like I feel like I'm pretty good at like putting together a decent composition and then getting top 4. Like getting I place top 4 very frequently, and it's like I don't use any of those things. Like I'm not following any sort of guide. When I enter the game, I'm not shooting for any specific build. It feels like I just need to like refine some of like my mechanics, I guess, and like get a little bit more of an understanding of like scouting. Once I get better at scouting, though, I think I will start winning a lot. I'm pretty confident that I can get good at this game. And like I've been good at other games before too. Like I was really good at StarCraft. I think I was diamond in StarCraft, which is like I wasn't Grandmasters. Obviously, there's players better than me, but that's good. Like that's good at a game, and I think people need to recognize that. There's a lot of people who are diamond in League of Legends. They're like, oh, it's not that big a deal. It's like, no, you're still top like 1% of players. I think it might be top 2% now, but I was like one of the best warriors on my server in World of Warcraft in Mr. Pandaria, and it's just like, dude, like those are accomplishments right there. It's like you gotta recognize that. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm excited for TFT. I hope I can place high. You guys are gonna watch the process of me losing every single freaking game, and falling short of my goals once again. And my parents won't respect me, and we'll still be here, but that's okay. There we go, dude. We're terrifying now. Absolutely disgusting. Look at this lineup. They're the freaking Avengers, dude. They're the Avengers.